The Academy is not a space camp for children. This is a serious, disciplined institution designed for only our brightest.
Hello, I'm Tim Russ. Live long and podcast.
Hello and good evening. How are you out there on the internet? We are coming to you live here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and other places, audio versions, to review the latest teaser trailer for the new show Starfleet Academy, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, here on Live Long and Podcast for a special edition and our first look at this new show. I'm Dave Mader. And I got a great panel here to break down the episode. Coming in first, a walking Elcar's terminal with the soul of a philosopher, Chris Worldmind Murphy brings the kind of insight that makes Vulcans raise an eyebrow. Whether it's dissecting design or theorizing about plot lines in this teaser, he's our professor of technology, Chris Worldmind Murphy. How you doing, Chris?
Hello, good sir. I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to discussing the ins and outs of the potential storylines that might be appearing in this the soon-to-be Star Trek CW show.
I hope so. And coming in for some balance on this panel, if Starfleet Academy had a department for sarcasm and subtext, this man would be its dean. He's the student who questions the mission logs, pokes holes in the holodeck programs, and keeps the crew grounded when the warp core hype overheats. When this teaser gets too flashy, he'll be the one asking, "Is this any good?" It's Jody Simpson.
That's me. Thanks for the intro. That was a good intro, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So you both have watched this trailer already. I have not. So
I've seen it only once, and I've already have things, but I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to be quiet while you watch it and everybody else watches it, and then at that point, I'll let you know my thoughts.
Okay, and I will as well. Now, I have seen the promotional images that have come out. There's this one. There's this new Klingon science officer character. I don't even know any of the names, really. I've seen this one around a little bit. I think she might be AI. I know that this is the image that Chris shared with us with all the legacy characters that are on this wall. I understand that this has something to do with the Betazoid delegation. I've been told that this is a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid woman,
yeah.
Starfleet captain or something. Jet Reno's back. I know Paul Giamatti's the villain, some kind of Tellarite Klingon hybrid. I know the Doctor, Robert Picardo, the EMH is in this series as well. Holly Hunter is like the captain or the dean or something of the training ship, and there's this cadet. So I know a little bit. But that's about my exposure so far. Of course, I know the concept, and I know that this has been wrapped for at least since February, because Robert Picardo was on Star Trek Cruise talking about it. But with no further ado, let's check it out, everybody, and bring it in here and watch the trailer. For me, the first time. All right, here we go.
And so, we begin. I'm Captain LLAP, Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco after more than 120 years. Some of you are here for your families, some for yourselves. Together, you are the best and the brightest from across the galaxy. A tapestry that is Starfleet. You will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers. Like them, we'll ask you to give more of yourselves than you knew you had. To dream without limitations. Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment. You here now. You weave together the future. So go out and seek, explore, boldly go where no one has gone before. It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
I don't like that part. I'm kind of into
Very
this.
bad.
The whistling at the end, it's too meta. They shouldn't know what the fucking theme is. I don't like that part. It takes me out of this whole thing. As soon as that happens, I'm like, it's not what I want.
I wish that was the only thing I have a problem with.
What was that? What was the tune he's whistling?
He's whistling
theme.
the original theme song.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree
That's
with Chris
weird.
on that. Totally shouldn't be there.
Okay. Well, here's my reaction. It was, like, of course, it's set in the 32nd century, so it's carrying over a lot of those aesthetics that we saw in Discovery, which makes sense. Obviously a lot of new cool uniform designs and set designs and things that I thought looked neat in there, and variations, like different types of training uniforms. We got a little bit of Holly Hunter as this Chancellor character, the captain.
Captain's name is, I believe, Nala Aki.
Nala Key. And I guess it makes sense that the burn, they're moving past the burn, Earth's back in the Federation now, and so they're bringing Starfleet Academy back to San Francisco and Earth, and this James Kirk pavilion and all that. That's all fine. But I don't know if there was a lot of substance for me in this. I know it's a teaser, so I know that we're going to get like a more in-depth trailer after this.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to get too hyped either way, but I guess I think I don't know how to make up my mind yet. Hopefully I shouldn't really be able to until I watch the episode. I think that the whistle is purely for the teaser. So
I hope Mike is right on that, but I have a funny
too.
feeling he is not right on that. Anyway,
I mean, it's not out of the realm of them to
Absolutely,
show
it's a
something that
teaser.
they haven't put in the show. So, like, fingers crossed that this loops in and they're like, okay, maybe that's a little too meta, because no character on the show should know the theme to a TV show that we've all watched. Like,
Yeah, like maybe like I could, if Q was doing that, I guess I could deal with it, or something, someone omnipotent, someone maybe.
I could buy it if Q was doing it. I would get that. I'd be like, okay, he knows everything.
I would
That
still
makes
think it's
sense.
stupid, even if Q's
It would be a little. It's a little too fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, it'd be more forgivable, I guess, from an entity of that sort, but who could potentially knock on the fourth wall. More so, Paul Giamatti, as I understand, he's a Klingon Tellarite. He's not. He's not.
Tellarite? I was thinking he was a Klingon Romulan hybrid. That's I'm betting
already
he's
said he's a
Klingon
Tel-
Romulan.
They already said he's a Tellarite.
I've heard Tellarite. Yeah.
Tellarite Klingon.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see.
Nusbraka, a half Klingon, half Tellarite villain.
So what do you want to do, Dave? Do you want to go scene by scene here?
Yeah,
or
I
what do you
guess
wanna do?
it was all very quick, so I can bring it back in. Even I can mute it or even turn on the volume here, but just in terms of what we saw,
we get mucky CG because we don't want to spend a lot of money on it.
right.
So
This
we
is
got-
San Francisco.
I mean, I think this looks good. I wouldn't consider this mucky CG. I mean, you got to show
the
a
last
future.
scene definitely was mucky CG.
The
Go back a
last
little bit.
scene?
Yeah, go back a little.
You mean to the end?
What?
No, back.
No, like
back a
two
couple
scenes.
seconds.
Like
The first shot?
This shot here. You're telling me that's not a mucky way of just hiding a lot of CG? That's totally hiding CG.
I mean, it's a foggy morning. I mean,
Sure.
it's
Or
CG.
microclimates.
Obviously, they're showing a futuristic city. Of course, it's going
Of
to be
course
CG.
they are, but I don't know. I just think it's a little mucky.
I was looking at this thing, the Starfleet Delta.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I like that.
Is that a ship?
Well, yeah,
or
there's- so I believe that's probably a type of hull, and if there's also another thing where they have a giant like saucer section as like a classroom for basically everybody to work off of, and it's like land based.
Yeah, it's like they got like a. It's almost like it's a replica ship that they can, I guess. use for
Yeah.
training maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's set up for. From my understanding, the show has the largest set of any Star Trek production.
Well, and that's great. And I also want to say that I think that setting a show at Starfleet Academy, something they've talked about for a long time, is in theory could be really good. I guess I think of like,
I think the problem that I have with this is not the fact that it's the Academy. I think the Academy is a great idea. I just don't think this is the right timeline to be putting it in.
Maybe a different century, but
Yeah.
Mike Elmore's been asking for a Starfleet Academy show since the early aughts.
yeah,
I don't blame you. I think it's a interesting, an interesting piece that we haven't seen yet. So
Yeah.
it would be kind of
outside
nice
of a
to see
few
it
episodes, like we had
Yeah.
the first duty with the the Wesley Crusher and
with the Wesley Crusher. Yeah.
and I even the J.J. Abrams 2009 movie like that.
Yeah.
That is set partly at Starfleet Academy until
And
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
Star Trek Prodigy's got a lot of
and
Starfleet
Prodigy
Academy.
as
in it.
well. Yes, and there have been other episodes in the show in different series, but to set having this as like the main set, is not a terrible idea, and some fresh young characters that are capable of making mistakes. Okay, so they've got San Francisco, Port of San Francisco. We have
So here's the first mistake we have. Holly Hunter, I can barely understand normally. So in this show, when there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, I think it's going to be even harder to understand her. I think she's a great actress. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if she fits in this universe,
like
but I guess we'll see.
Bet she's gonna have a Philip Georgiou style arc where she's gonna end up dying by the end of the first season.
and we get her mirror universe counterpart.
That could be. Yeah, because I'm sure
we just get a
paying her
replacement.
paycheck is probably not cheap.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if they want to follow the Discovery model, perhaps where there's like a new captain every season, or a new
Or a new,
big guest star,
commissioner or whatever,
something
yeah.
like that,
Dean
or even
of-
like you want to follow the Harry Potter model, where you get like a new professor
See,
of the dark
Mike
arts.
has exactly it. This should have been Kira Cedric. I absolutely 100% agree. If you
who's-
want this, you know who Kira Cedric is. Come on now.
Cedric.
You
Kira
do.
Sedgwick. Who's that?
Yeah. She was in. What's the name of that movie? I'll pick it up for you. Hold on.
Yeah, but well,
Talk about yourselves.
But the only thing with Holly Hunter, and I am a
those
fan
are
of hers,
something
like
to talk about.
in particular from The Incredibles, she's the voice of Elastigirl, but she does sound like she has a mouthful of marbles sometimes.
Oh, is this Elastigirl? Wow, I didn't even put that two and two together.
Yeah, it
Wow.
is, yeah.
Right, it is. Okay, so but I like the uniform. I like this particular variation she's wearing.
It seems to be a nice little cross between Discovery and Classic. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually like some of the outfit.
Well,
and-
it's
The bridge is very, very
Discovery.
roomy. It's very
It's very
Discovery,
Discovery.
yes. But it's also very roomy, which for a training vessel would make more sense. So, because, you have people hovering over other people and stuff like that. So,
I like it. It's kind of like what Michael Burnham's uniform was, although they've made some changes to it. It's a little softer in some ways. So okay. There's a new comm badge. I'll see if I can get a good shot of that. Now we got the
okay,
cadets.
so just so you know, there's a lot of new comm badges.
I can
So
see
this
that.
is
Yeah.
this is a pain point that I read. Apparently, this is like they have different divisional comm badges now, so they've gone back to the old school wave.
like
I've tried
operations has their version and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate
Supposedly,
that.
I don't know.
I don't hate that. But so we got the cadets in the gray uniforms. There's precedent for this. You
Yeah,
you
gray
get more
uniform
like
makes
a
sense.
black and colored structure once you graduate.
Yep.
These look fine to me on initial. I also like this like little delta embellishment on the side.
Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that was a really neat thing.
yeah, that's a nice touch. Like I said, some of the uniforms of this like so far look really nice in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't, no, I don't hate them for sure. What do we got here? These look like Starfleet security officers, I would guess.
So the running rumor is that this is the intelligence branch.
I was
They're
thinking
training.
Mako.
Well,
Could be.
and it could be a Mako type thing.
could be
too, yeah.
Mako's, or they could be Mako cadets, or they could be, we know that the Starfleet security seems to be, because you look at this cadet here in the back, maybe that's a science division, but I saw another shot where they're wearing like black, and black might be the new security division that's separate from the
Maybe,
engineers wearing
yeah.
yellow.
Yep.
And okay, let's see what else we got.
Or maybe they finally just said, "Hey, Section 31 can exist."
They have a division. Yeah, this kid, he's wearing a black division uniform. So maybe
There's kind of a comm badge look there. So, you can
Right.
kinda- I don't know if you can zoom into that.
Profile
Well, I
for
guess
this.
you can. 'cause this is
Yeah,
video.
okay. So this gentleman's name is Sandra. He's Caleb Mir. He's played by Sandro Rosta. Mir is an orphan with a troubled past and an unlikely Starfleet cadet. Rosta recently graduated from the Oxford School of Drama. During this time, he starred as Romeo and Juliet, Trofimova, and the Cherry. Okay, this is just like acting, but anyway, he's a human. His focus is undeclared. So, from my understanding, is he's supposed to be the like perspective of the audience of like, what is Starfleet? What is all this? You know. So, if
So
you're,
maybe
new,
black is you haven't picked a division yet.
Maybe,
undeclared.
Maybe.
I'm willing. Based on what we saw in Discovery and seeing that, like Commander, was there Non? Was that her name, right? That she wore black in that show. And we've seen that they've split off the medical, that they wear white instead of blue and whatever, right? So, Section 31, no longer in the shadows, now just part of the deal. Okay, but we'll see what he ends up being. Okay, I just want to go back to this shot here. Not this guy. So you got the guy doing the push-ups here.
Which impressive.
Impressive.
Sure.
These look like nice quarters. What else we got? These little suits with like this exo
So I think
armor.
these are more like dive suits, like flash suits or something. Like
Oh, they look
Okay.
neat.
So this character gives me Jason Red Ranger vibes from the Mighty
Yes!
Morphin
Oh,
Power
for sure.
Rangers.
Yeah.
And his character's name is Darren Ramey. He's, going on Focus Command. His species is Keonian. It's new to
Keonian?
me. Yeah, Keonian.
Those push-ups are CG.
CGI.
Please tell me they're CG. Well, if
probably
they're not,
sl-
then that's even more incredible.
Yeah, maybe that shows his alien-like physique. Maybe it's sort of similar to what that one security chick from the Orville there, the one that has like extra strength.
Tala?
Tala, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess apparently Ramey's an aspiring captain from a wealthy homeworld. So that's
Okay.
that's what we got on that.
I don't think I've heard of the Keonians, but maybe I'm wrong. Then we have this character. She's been in quite a few of the promotional images.
Yeah, so this is Bella Shepard. She's playing the character of Genesis Lythe. Her species is a Darsha or Darsha. And Lythe is an admiral's daughter determined to make her own name in Starfleet. So
Oh, that's original.
yeah, this is the dean's daughter, I would, or something to that
Okay.
degree.
Okay. I
Yeah.
love the sleeveless top that she's got here. I want one for myself.
Yeah, it would make a good running shirt.
Yeah. And then okay. Oh, she's gone. She's gone back so quickly here. Let me get her back. Right here. This character.
This character. Yeah, so this character is Sam, and her species is Caskian. She's played by Kiersey Brooks. Series acclamation Mill, aka Sam. So basically, Sam is the first of her kind to ever attend Starfleet Academy, and they are, from my understanding, a hologram program, and holograms are classified as like people.
People now. Well, and
Yeah.
of course the Doctor is present in this show. So
See, Voyager
Yeah.
just keeps wrecking everything for me. All right.
okay. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting.
That is
twist.
interesting, yeah.
Okay. Who else we got? There's that guy. I'm not sure.
This gentleman, his name is. Actually, I don't know if I have him on the list.
Sorry. Yeah. I keep.
That was no better than the last
I
one.
know.
Yeah, that might be the Caleb Mir guy. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
it does
Caleb
kinda look like
Mir.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's the main character as well. This guy.
I think he's technically the orphan. What is Starfleet point of view character?
Okay. And then there's this guy, this Jaden something or other, right? This Klingon character.
Yeah, so this is a Klingon hybrid, Jaden Cragg. Cragg is a Klingon cadet who dreams of becoming a medical officer. I was told he was a Klingon hybrid, so
He looks Klingon to me, but maybe he's
Yeah.
got a mixed heritage. That's kind of interesting for a Klingon science / medical officer to be.
Yeah, that's not exactly where you'd normally put them.
Right. Well, just kind of like Tuvok was like the Vulcan tactical officer. I think you can kind of
Yeah.
flip that around, right?
not expecting a lot of Klingons to be like, I need to heal this.
Right. Klingons make excellent warriors, but terrible doctors, at least according to General Martok. And, you know, like, obviously we're going to get to know this new cast once this show comes out next year. But they seem to, you know, forming this little thing. Now, this is like the fear that, Jody, that this is too much of a 90210.
Star Trek 90210.
A CW show, too much for the young kids. But, you know, they're trying to bring in a new generation here.
So if you look at the demographic age that they're looking for this show, the demographic age is supposed to be 16 to 25. So there's a reason why a lot of, you know, older folk like myself, who grew up in everything Star Trek, might be a little upset about this. So we'll see.
I mean,
I'll give it a chance, but I don't think
this age your dad is Star Trek. Come on.
Yeah, I understand why you're groaning, but at the same time, this is the opportunity for new generations to get into what Star Trek is and all that.
But
good
we've already
stuff.
tried that a bunch of times.
Right, but there's always a new generation. You don't understand. Every 10 years, we're going to keep trying that.
That's true. He's got a point. Like, you know, there's a whole new generation, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
I'm not saying I'm not going to watch it. I'll give it a try. But
In 2026, okay. Now, there's this big wall of names.
So many names.
Talara's there.
We've got and
What are these names representing? Is my question.
I would say, if anything, these
Hall of
are
Fame,
the
maybe?
Yeah, it's basically like these are the greatest Starfleet. You know,
The fact that they put in real
members
actors' names in here too kind of drives me nuts. Like I've had enough of Tawny. Okay, I've really had enough of Tawny, and they keep putting her in everything. And yes, she's a great writer. I don't think she's a great actress. So it's
Tawny.
but
Well, okay, but she's on
hopefully
here.
I
as
don't see her.
Admiral Tawny Newsom, but she's also on here as Commander Beckett
Yeah,
Mariner.
yeah, she's both
Um,
there. Yeah.
Now,
and there's like Lieutenant Nog and
well, what I kind of hate about this is that they put ranks, which I think is kind of
Well, and if
boxing
you
them in.
notice, by what is it? By Bashir there, just below Bashir is Harry Kim, and apparently he's an admiral.
Right,
so-
but like what odd to me is like Nog's only a lieutenant. So did he die as a lieutenant?
Well, that's kind of the thing that kind of bothers me a bit about this too. Like it's in a way we're breaking canon, but we're not breaking canon.
No,
it's
we're
weird.
establishing canon because this is
In
set in
some
the
scenarios,
far
yeah.
This is set in the far future, and so all these people are long dead. Like most of these names, right?
Like Commander Zero the Third,
from
Well,
Prodigy.
from Prodigy.
Prodigy, yeah.
Right.
And then
We
you
got
have-
Captain 7 of 9. You know,
Yeah, well, we already know she's a captain.
Lieutenant Junior
Yeah.
Grade Wesley Crusher. Did he come back to Starfleet?
Or maybe
last
that's
I
just
heard,
like-
he was running around the universe and time and everything.
Yeah, so I would say these are just the last recorded, you know, ranks of these certain.
But he wasn't a
Individuals.
lieutenant junior grade when he left.
He wasn't even an ensign.
He wasn't even an ensign.
So he had only been an acting ensign. He never got commissioned fully.
What if
And
it's
we have
not?
Lieutenant Natasha Yar.
What if it's not the Wesley Crusher that we know? What if it's a different Wesley Crusher?
I think you're trying to apologize for them, Chris Warrior.
I'm just saying. What if there was like a different Wesley Crusher?
I
Well, they
think
put his mom right beside him. So
I think this would be better if they'd not put any ranks, and you could have left like the fate of these individual people a little bit more open to future stories.
Yeah, it feels like they're writing themselves in the corner by doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Like that's like
I think this is purely fan service. I don't think there's anything else that this actually uses. Like we'll see in the
From-
scene. Maybe the scene will tell us a
from-
little bit more.
we
The
included
rumors
command.
I've heard, there's going to be a lot of callbacks and a lot of like, I don't know if it's fan service, but they want to answer loose hanging threads and stuff like that with this series. So
Yeah, this may be an example for me where fan service does a disservice because you got Commander Ellen Landry here. Now that name might not mean much to most of us, but that character was in Star Trek Discovery's first season. You may remember she was like the fanatic who was like beating up the tardigrade, trying to get the tardigrade to help like get their spore drive going, and she was all if you play Star Trek Online, there's apparently a whole backstory where her like lover was killed in the Klingon War, and that's why she's so kind of unhinged by the time of Discovery. But but the fact that she's kind of venerated here like 1,000 years later is bizarre to me. But anyway,
Why is there so many women?
Christine Chapel.
Why is
why
there
isn't
so many
there?
women in this scene?
I don't know, Jody. That's that only you would ask such a thing. But anyway,
Well, I'm just wondering, like, are men scarce now, or what's going on here?
we're an endangered species, perhaps.
It's probably just a single shot from a grander picture. You know, there's probably a much
More
larger
male
audience than what we're seeing.
Anyway, we'll move on from the wall. You know, this dive suits. or
Go
this
Power
trans-
Rangers. Wait, can we go back? Is that the Toxic Avenger behind Jason there?
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice him.
We're the Toxic Avengers. Maybe he looks like he should be in Beetlejuice or something.
It's like a mix between like Toxic Avenger and Archie.
I've watched a lot of complaining about this teaser.
Toxic.
It's too diverse, too women focused, etc. Please don't go there.
I just mentioned the women. I didn't say it was a problem.
No, I'm okay with all of that.
I'm
more,
very much with
loyalty, honor, integrity. Okay, then we see Robert Picardo is here with his version of the uniform that I think has been modified to allow his body to fit in these very tight.
It looks like he didn't button it
Starfleet.
up correctly or something.
It looks like it's
what?
been kind of customized.
It's a bit of an
for him.
asymmetrical, but all the suits are like that. Like the two behind them are also asymmetrical.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. That's just the Discovery design.
It's meant to look like the Delta guys.
Is that what they were going for? Anyway, I'm excited that he's in the show. Okay, like I'm excited Robert Ricardo's here. I'm excited for what a 900-year-old version of the EMH is going to be like. Or even is that how old he is now? Like 900 years old.
He's literally he's gonna be like the holy grail crypt keeper of all time and knowledge. He'll be like he's able to remember things as if they were happening, you know, because
because he doesn't, his memory doesn't degrade. Like he can remember his first day as clearly as yesterday.
So we're gonna watch.
I think
him
this
tell
is
us the
just
closing
strictly to pull
chapters.
people in.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think this is going to be anything other than that.
Well, he's a main character on the show, right?
I know
He's
he
not-
is for now.
Okay.
You
I
think
have
they're
a
gonna
funny
cut him?
feeling he's gonna be a one-year-
I think they would sooner cut Holly Hunter before they would cut Robert Picardo. Robert Picardo would
absolutely.
probably ride this ship for the next 5 years if he can.
Oh yeah, if you can get a paycheck out of this, why not?
Yeah, and he's a great actor, and I'm excited for him to be
Absolutely.
part of the show. So
Oh, I'm excited to see him. I want to see him again for sure.
So I'm glad he's here. Okay, we got some
So this is where you're starting to lose me.
the romance.
Romance. Oh gosh, heaven forbid, Jody. Heaven
I'm okay with
forbid.
a little bit of romance, but when you're putting this in your teaser, that leads me to believe you're really trying to focus on it, and I don't know.
Well, it's a show set at a school, so it's going to have some.
These things are gonna come part and parcel to everything that's gonna happen. There's gonna be romance. There's gonna be intrigue. There's gonna be drama. There's gonna be betrayal. There's gonna be death. There's gonna be all these things that you find in a lot of Star
I
Trek.
hope you're right, but I know you're not, and that's the thing that bothers me.
Question here from Mike about the Doctor. Is the Doctor Robert Picardo version we're seeing of the EMH? Is this the one from the episode Silent Witness, or is it the main EMH we know? I've long speculated about
That's
this, Mike.
a good question, yeah.
But as far as I understand, that has been asked to like Alex Kurtzman and the rest of them, and they have said no. This is like the main Doctor that we know from Voyager, not the.
Yeah, I'm not
the
sure
copy.
Kurtzman knows what he's even doing next week. So Who knows?
Because I think that would have been interesting, like if they had brought the Silent Witness Doctor in, because
I think that would be it.
He would only have like the first 5 seasons of Voyager, sort of, plus whatever
Mm-hmm.
he did on that alien planet. But they didn't go there exactly. I think because they would have to pay the writer of Living Witness, a royalty every time, so they're not going to.
Well, and also they would have to be a lot more careful with what they do with that character because of the fact that there would be, like, he wouldn't have experienced the stuff past the 5th season. So at that point, it doesn't make sense to have him in here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Okay. So what else we got? We got some kind of meteor shower happening here in the trailer. Some space stuff.
That was Tatiana Mays.
Tatiana Maslany's in this, I've heard, or
Yeah,
like she's a
Maslany,
recurring
yeah.
character of some kind. Is this her?
Yeah, that's her. I suspect she plays a flashback mom for one of the kids.
Okay. Yeah, it could be. It looks like this could be a flashback. Okay, they got Jaden, who's the Klingon character.
I don't know how I feel about a Klingon staring out a window, gazing into the future. I don't know.
Well, I
Like
think Worf
Worf's never done
could
it.
have done that.
Worf's never done that. Give me a break.
He's looked out windows.
He can barely find his phaser half the time. There's no way he's looking out a window.
He's looking out the window for his face. Okay.
Okay, this is just...
What does it say? Confronting the unexplainable, the fate of Benjamin Sisko, emissary of the prophets, Captain Sisko's fate. Did he die
in the fire caves.
Fire caves of Bajor? Did he live
in the Celestial
in
Temple.
the Celestial Temple? Apparently, this is still a mystery in the 32nd century, which is kind of crazy.
I like the fact that they don't show his face at all because they're like, then we would have to pay him.
Right.
So they don't actually show his face,
Yeah,
which is
there's
kind of...
his silhouette.
Beverly Academy, Hills Trek 90210.
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically it.
Do you think
That's
this is
what I
another
think.
Easter egg they're just throwing in, or do you think this would actually be something that they're going to explore in this season of the show?
Okay,
I
I'm
feel
beginning
like-
to take offense to this Mike Elmore guy. Who is he?
I mean, come on.
He's really shitting on me for some reason, and I don't know why. But anyway.
Well, he's just trying to warm up your black heart to some.
Well, this is true. I've been told.
I feel like this
says
is
it all the
probably
time,
just like a visual little Easter egg. I would like them to explore it more, but I doubt they really will.
Well, and if you look at the other things, it looks like this is almost like a museum type
What's
setup.
going on in
because
the background
you can see
here?
all the other ones too. Like one of them is it's hard to see, but it's something fields.
Space bellows to be
I can try to back it up here.
continuums.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think
maybe
you can
there's
see it
Q
anyway.
continuums in the next
Q
one.
continuum, I think maybe.
It's,
Yeah.
it's hard
no,
to
wait.
read.
Alternate
continuums. Okay.
Yeah.
And then diverse.
So that could be like
diverse
you know.
fields or something. Dilithium fields, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Some more. More romance. Some dancing, Jody.
Oh, I can't wait.
There's a dance. Okay. What is this
Signature.
uniform that Jet Reno is wearing? Is
It
this
feels like a coach's uniform.
it feels like she's got a whistle.
Well,
So
she's
maybe
got a
it's,
whistle, so maybe she's a
it's
gym
like
coach
for
or something,
physical
yeah.
education. Like she's like the phys ed teacher.
I'm just glad we managed to take the time to get a lesbian comedian into this show too.
Well,
I'm just
like
glad.
I'd say one of my favorite parts of Discovery was Jet Reno as or Tig Notaro as Jet Reno. She's
Yeah,
one of
Jet
the-
Reno was a favorite character for me.
She
too.
stole every scene she was in completely.
She was one of the only reasons why I didn't mind some of Discovery.
So I'm thrilled she's here and she's part of the
Yeah,
show.
no, that's fine.
as well. So that's another good addition.
I would like
Okay.
to know the backstory as to why she's there, but
Okay.
Oh,
Then
it's
you got
just,
this character,
a great engineer.
The
You know,
Klingon
Pelia.
Jem'Hadar woman.
Commander Laura Tok. Tok
I'm
is a
very
Klingon
interested in this
Jem'Hadar
character.
hybrid.
I want to know more
Yeah.
about this one for sure.
As we knew in the 24th century, at that time there were no Jem'Hadar women. Now, did a Jem'Hadar man get down with a Klingon woman or something, and that's
Guess
how
we'll
we get
find
the
out.
hybrid? I guess we'll find out.
Who is the Chancellor's first officer and cadet master? So this seems like.
So
the
she's like
dean.
working under Holly Hunter. Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
second in
believe
command,
so.
basically.
Yeah.
Here.
Gotcha. So she'll be
Also- If you notice, the pattern on her uniform is a bunch of like Klingon symbols.
yeah. It's like I didn't notice it. You can
Oh,
see it
very
more,
cool.
You can see it more in this image here. Like you know,
Yeah.
there's like
Oh yeah,
the-
very cool.
the
I like
Klingon
that.
image in her uniform. Okay, so she'll be probably a hard ass if I had to guess. Okay, got more Holly Hunter with her mouthful of marbles, and we see Admiral Vance is present as well.
We can't see anything, Dave, because you have a picture up right now.
Oh,
Hang on, I got it.
sorry.
He's good.
And okay, so you got the doctor, you got Admiral Vance, whoever this guy is. And this new what do we think of the new title card, the new like logo they've come out with?
I'm
here?
okay with this.
Yeah, looks
It's
good.
fine.
It's clean.
the Final
it's,
Frontier
it's
font.
literally the same thing as the Academy video game, though. Like they've
Yeah, it's like this is like it's like basically the Star Trek movie font is what this is. So
basically, yeah.
with like of course the original classic Star Trek moniker at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
and
okay with that title card. I think that's fine.
It's all gold and whatever, and then we got
That's
this
pretty.
the Paul Giamatti whistling thing. Okay,
I
but Paul
really hope Mike's right on this, and that was just a teaser thing. But
Yeah.
I want to know more about the guy in the far back right, though.
Beetle Man.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I want to know more.
I think he's from Donnie Darko.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, maybe it's Donnie Darko.
So, or Eyes Wide Shut, perhaps.
See, to me, this looks like he's taking over the academy, or he's,
Well, it seems like it seems like
holding
he's
it under siege or something.
He's attacking the academy in some way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've broken down that trailer kind of visual by visual. And I ultimately I don't know what's the thing. Dancing, singing, Starfleet Glee Academy Club. Well,
Daniel just keeps coming up with more and more names for this.
The Academy probably would have a Glee club if I had to guess.
Somebody said earlier it was like Melrose Place, basically. I think it was Mike that said that.
Yeah, my guess is that they'll be at Starfleet Academy and then they'll go out on this training ship. Do you remember the name of it? Or like the
USS Athena.
Athena.
Yeah, it's Athena. Yeah.
Okay, the USS Athena. The only thing that I have sort of in the back of my head, and what I'm kind of still kind of perplexed by the end of Star Trek Discovery, is that at the of course we I hope I'm not spoiling too much for Star Trek Discovery, but at the end of the Star Trek Discovery, we get this wedding with like Saru and Tarina, right? And then it like jumps ahead like 30 years, and by that point, Michael Burnham is like an admiral, and her son has grown up to be a Starfleet captain. That would be happening many years after the events of this show. So they've already kind of leaped ahead of it, in my opinion.
Because I think they said this is 10, 15 years after Discovery.
Right.
Yeah.
It's only 10 years.
So is it after Discovery at the end of Discovery, or is it after the main thing before all the Force stuff? Yeah.
So, if Michael Burnham is going to make a cameo in this show or book or any of that, we know that they're basically...
Tilly's supposed to be in this show, apparently, but she wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't see... Yeah, I haven't seen her there, but basically, if Michael Burnham...
I thought she was the hologram.
She'll be bulletproof because they've established that. Whereas, if Tilly's on the show, you could kill Tilly if you need, if that was serve a dramatic purpose or something like that. You could have a dramatic event happen, at Earth or with most of these characters. But that's why I kind of don't like that they did that jump ahead. Starfleet.
Starfleet.
This is Fleek. I thought Tilly was supposed to be the headmaster. Well, I don't, at least not in the first season.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor
I'd see
too.
her being a teacher. I would see her being like a science teacher, but
so maybe we're right though. Maybe Holly Hunter is only around for one season, and then Tilly takes over.
maybe there'll be a new headmaster every year or something like that.
I heard that too, Mike. So I think it might happen. I think you're right.
Right. But they have some big star power here with Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti in particular. Paul
Giamatti being a massive character actor, he's gonna do well. I'm sure he will do well, but I don't know. Holly Hunter, you can't understand her. So it's like
all right. Enough picking apart. We know the setup. We know the characters. We know all this stuff. What I want to know is, what do you want to see out of this show? You're getting it. You're serving it. What do you want to see out of it that's gonna make you probably enjoy it?
Well, for me, it's always going to come down to stories and characters, and so I got to be invested in these characters. I think that was part of the. Sometimes with Discovery, it was hard to be invested in some of the characters, some more than others. Sure. I think Strange New Worlds, has done a great job of making that course adjustment and making me really invested in each one of those characters, even though I already kind of know them from original series in a lot of cases. Then just tell me interesting science fiction ideas and stories, and stick with that, and expand the world of the Federation, the galaxy, what's going on. I wouldn't even mind if they went beyond the Milky Way galaxy next. I think that's the next logical thing, because by this point in our history, maybe the galaxy is a little bit more united, and now it's the Milky, because there are billions of galaxies. They can go to different galaxies
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end
explore
at
those.
the end of season 4 of Discovery, they reached like the edge of the universe and met species C10 or C12 or whatever, right?
Right, and more kind of just out there stuff, like things
Yeah.
like what was really we've been doing this in Star Trek: The Next Generation review series, and one of the big things that I've come to really think about a lot is that it's just about ideas. Give me some really cool science fiction ideas that whether it's set at the Academy or at Deep Space Nine or on a ship, it doesn't really matter. You can kind of tell these stories no matter where the setting is. You just have to kind of have the imagination for it. So that's mostly what I'm looking for. And so make me love the characters and then take them on some amazing adventures, and I'll be good. And expand
I'm pretty much the same way. I think actually Mike said it the best. This is kind of what I want to see. I want to see new races, lore, and more revelations in Star Trek tech. Yeah, I agree. We're in an exciting time. This is uncharted territory technically. So at this point, we could see tech that hasn't existed yet. We could see, stuff like that. But the main problem is I think Daniel's actually more on the button here because Daniel says he doesn't want anything that reminds him of Disney. And honestly, I think this is literally Camp Rock in space. So I'm not totally sure what we're gonna get here, but I'm hoping it'll be good. But I'm not high on it yet. So maybe when the full trailer comes out.
I think we got to keep in mind that after this first season, Star Trek's going to be under the Skydance banner, and this is the same company that's made Top Gun Maverick, the Reacher show, which is really good. So they do have a sort of pedigree of good shows. They also were the ones that make the Kelvin universe films. So they could potentially step up the progression of this show. Sure, we might start off season campy, get to know these new kids and stuff like that, but as the show goes and progresses farther, it might take them away from the Academy. It might put them in space.
I'm actually hoping
similar to Prodigy.
I'm hoping they actually follow these characters through them not being together anymore and them being on their different assignments and stuff like that. So that'd be kind of neat to be able to jump from ship to ship and stuff like that. I think that would make some interesting storylines as well.
Yeah, I guess the other thing, the behind the scenes aspect of this, the fact that you have Skydance coming in here now, owning Star Trek. You got Alex Kurtzman at the head of this show, for better or worse.
This is his last show. So.
Well, maybe. Well,
we'll see. I don't think they're going to renew him, but they might. His contract's over in 26. So
I think it's going to depend how well the show is received. Partially, if it gets a warm reception, they may say, "Okay, Alex, you can stick around for a few more years."
Here's the question I have for you guys, though: do you really think this is going to grab that demographic?
The young demographic?
Yeah, they're shooting for 16 to 25 specifically.
I think there's
do you
potential.
think 16 to 25-year-olds in our time period right now are interested in this?
Yes, I believe that there's potential for 16 to 29 to 20-year-olds to be interested in Star Trek because we live in such a chaotic, it seems like the world's going to end any moment, that we're all tired of grit, we're all tired of shock entertainment, and we all want some hope and levity. This is why Superman has hit such rave reviews, because it is a fresh, refreshing take on a story that leaves you with a bit of hope when you walk out of it. And Star Trek is a hope for the future. And every time there's a new iteration of Star Trek, it's always looked poorly upon. But then on reflection, it's received sort of a cult-like appreciation. I can remember when Enterprise came out, I thought, not for me. And then I watch it 10 years later, and I'm like, oh, wow, this was actually really good. We just didn't give it the chance. And
it came out at the wrong time, for sure.
Yeah.
Right? So they're trying a new method. I think this could be a chance for them to answer questions like Mike says, species 8472, give me an update on fluidic space. And go back in this, 20, 30 some odd years of Star Trek and pick up some stories like they were doing in Lower Decks. They were answering some and they were tying things together and they were making it sort of like more of a hardcore lore. Because of Star Trek Lower Decks, I went back and watched all of the old Star Trek just to get up on the references and stuff. And that's very possible with a show like this where it's highly produced, it looks good, people are attractive. It's going to attract people, a new audience. Somebody wants something fresh. They're going to say, let's see what this is about. And if they nail it out of the park and it's even remotely has any type of hooks and drama, then they're gonna keep watching it, and it's on them to keep the attention span at that point. So I think people want hope in their media these days, and they'll want to consume this.
I agree, and I think that you're right. That's I think why the Superman movie that recently came out it resonated with me so strong because it's got this optimism and hope and just being decent, and I think that's what Star Trek and Starfleet and all that is always embodied. And then on top of that, give me some really great, amazing adventures. Just like that Superman movie did. You can have great adversaries, whatever. So I just, I'm optimistic for the show. I hope that they've learned from some of their past mistakes, because like Discovery is almost a decade ago since it premiered, right? So it's, they've, for better or worse, and see how that kind of goes here. And I think that a young cast is fun. So I'm with you. I want this to do well.
And
I
can
always
resonate.
want Star Trek to do well, but
I can resonate with what Mike says here, where he wants it at more return to episodic Trek. He's sick of season-long story arcs.
Yes.
I can resonate with that, but also I like the balance. It's sort of how Strange New Worlds does it, where they're episodic, but they still have little strings to keep like a grander story going and like keep you interested in still watching. So if they can manage to sort of balance those two aspects of what Trek has always sort of been, I think they could have some potential magic there.
Yeah, I think that if you follow the Strange New Worlds model of that more so than the Discovery model of that, then I think we'll be okay. So, but I'm with you that some of these long story arcs can really drag, depending on how into the story you are, right? And
well, that's basically what Discovery was. It was one big, long, bloody story arc. It was annoying.
Each season, yeah, mostly.
Yeah. The thing with Starfleet Academy too is I think we have to accept that we're going to get a lot of exposition in the first 5 to 6 episodes.
Yeah, and that's where I'm hoping that the teaser isn't going to do us justice by the end of it, because realistically what we're seeing right now is a lot of giddy kids dancing around, doing various things, staring into the stars, looking to the future, blah, blah, blah. Whereas I think you might see like season 2 or 3 is when they're dispatched to another conflict or something like that. They have to deal with that. That's where I'm more interested in. I know the first season isn't going to be for me anyway. I just already know that, but I'm still going to watch it. So I don't know how this is going to go. I hope that they don't stay at the Academy, I think is really where I'm hoping.
What I'm hoping they don't, I think because back when Discovery was happening, they get to the 32nd century, the burns happen, the Federation is basically in shambles or it's fragmented. And during the course of Discovery 3, 4, and 5, they kind of brought most of those planets back in, Earth, Vulcan, or Navarre, as it's now known, were brought back into the Federation. I saw some things in the promotional that the Betazoids are visiting Starfleet Academy, and presumably the Betazoids have not rejoined the Federation yet. And I guess we might see a bit of different planets kind of rejoining the fray, but I don't know. I don't need them to spend a ton of time on that. I think that
no, I want new adventures. I don't want let's rehash.
Let's pick up the pieces and the plot threads from Discovery.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that this first season will just be kind of like our, this is our first dab at it, and then we'll start following these characters as we get to know them more, maybe to their deployments, and then maybe there'll be some sort of conflict where they all have to be part of it. Maybe another, galaxy type thing, or maybe they'll fight a new being trying to take over the universe. So who knows? But
I suspect there'll be some copy paste from Prodigy. That's kind of what I suspect.
Which not necessarily a lot, bad thing.
Yeah, so I feel like there might be some copy paste in scenarios from Prodigy that they'll work into this. But yeah, again, I really just hope that the one thing I want most out of this is just, to touch upon past lore. Maybe we get some special guest appearances from previous stars via holodeck.
Maybe. The one I think I would like to see back from Discovery, beyond Tilly and Jet Reno, is that first officer in the final season, Keith Callum Rennie. Is that the actor? The guy from he was on.
Oh yeah.
Commander. I can't remember his character's name, but he was really good. He was really fun in Discovery. You know, he was not around for most of it, but I could see him being a hard ass like instructor at the academy. Like
the you know, command. What was his character's name? Raynor. Yeah, that's right.
Raynor.
Yeah,
he was fun.
Big fan of that character. I hope they bring him back. There's room for him.
Spare me the I get you bullshit.
All right. All right. Well, I guess that will end us for tonight.
I guess we will see next year.
Sometime in 2026. They're not being too committal yet.
I'll be ready to enroll.
Well,
You're ready to enroll, so we know Chris will be there. Jody, you'll be there at least for the
I'm ready to at least go for like a visitation.
Like a parent-teacher conference
night thing. Yeah, I might do that, but so we'll see.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Thanks to everybody in the chat today.
Thanks everyone in the
Yeah,
chat.
you guys rocked.
Especially
Sure,
for
like,
an impromptu
subscribe.
video. It was nice that
Share and all
us.
that. If you didn't know, tomorrow we're going to be covering the next episode of Strange New Worlds, episode 4 from season 3, titled A Space Adventure Hour. And Jody's
I don't know about this episode. Holodecks, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so technically the holodeck does exist.
Yes.
Because in the animated series, they did have an episode where it was called what did they call it? The Adventure Room or something like that? When that was supposed to be the same thing.
Is that a thing? Okay.
Supposedly.
Okay, well, I haven't watched all of animated series.
I
so.
still think it shouldn't look like this, but
Or
Yeah,
like,
I feel-
specifically have the yellow grid and all that. But
yeah.
Like they made it seem like new tech in TNG. This feels a little. What are we doing here?
I'm hoping the holodeck that we get in this, if this is indeed the holodeck, who knows? But if it is indeed the holodeck, hopefully it has more faults. Maybe it's not as perfected.
Yeah, it's like a beta version, secret
beta,
technology.
And maybe they're like, by the end of the episode, let's bury this technology for 100
Yeah,
years.
we're never using this. No one's going to need it on a ship. This
People
is
go
stupid.
crazy.
Nobody should ever use one of these again.
We haven't even thought about how we're going to clean it up yet.
Because there was a scene in Star Trek Discovery, I think it was in season 2, where you got Pike and
Yes.
Mr. Klingon guy there, Ash Tyler. It was a less sophisticated simulator, basically.
Which I'm okay if they do something like that, but we'll see.
And then there was also Trip.
This
with
is
the
a filler
chick and the
episode, and you know how I
fingerballs.
feel about it.
Right, and that was because another alien race had invented it.
Yeah,
but,
it's a filler episode. We get at least 2 of them every season.
Jody
for this
will
show.
audit a class or 2.
Well, it'll be more than 1 or 2.
I don't know. I feel like we've already had our filler episodes with the zombie one and the marriage.
I loved the zombie.
But the zombie one was at least an adventure on a strange new world.
which is always Jody's criteria for every.
That
Strange
is
New
my
Worlds
criteria.
episode.
For a show called Strange New Worlds, I need to see Strange New Worlds.
Yes.
That's it.
All right.
That's all I want.
That's what he's about.
I don't need to see the same damn world over and over again.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And then also check us with us on Monday nights. We're covering a show called For All Mankind right now. We've been going through every episode and talking all about it. This Monday we're talking about season 2, episode 8. And here's to you. If you're a fan of For All Mankind, please tune in to hear what we think about the episode. And if you're not, go watch the show.
I'm just waiting for him to
then
die.
Go listen to what we have to say.
They're gonna kill him. I know they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, well, no spoilers, Jody.
Well, I don't have a spoiler. I haven't seen anything yet. I just know they're gonna.
Well, I won't spoil it for you either. Okay. All right. Well, thanks to Chris and to Jody and to all those in the live comments. And we'll see you whenever the first episode. We'll probably tune in the next time we have a trailer, like a full trailer. And then eventually the first
see how it
episode
changes
of the show. Okay. Well, see you tomorrow night. Anyone's going to tune in for Strange New Worlds. And
I think Mike put it the best. Class
What's he
dismissed.
say?
Class dismissed.
Okay. See you next time, everybody. Have a good one.
They don't teach that at the Academy.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. Tune in to X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show. Artistic interviews with graphic histories. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And movie reviews with Hold Up, a movie podcast. And while you're at it, spin a few records with Eamon on Track. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.